So my favourite thing about studying at Queen's Park is the sense of community you really have. So for my course, doing accounting and finance, some of the lecturers I've had from year one, which has been really good to kind of have that consistency. You know how the lectures are going to go really, or the kind of teaching style that those particular lectures have. I am fortunate as well to have quite small class sizes, so it means, you know, asking questions, things like that, asking for support is something that's really encouraged and definitely something that I feel comfortable doing, whereas in maybe a bigger sort of lecture or things like that where there's hundreds of people, you might not feel as comfortable, but it's definitely a very supportive atmosphere, I feel, which really kind of I think has helped me throughout my degree.
My favourite thing about studying at Queen's Park is that the rooms are slightly smaller than in other universities, which allows you to sort of connect with your teachers and it allows you to build connections with them instead of like being in a huge hall where you don't speak to the teacher, there's 300 people, no one knows each other. In here you can build connections not only with the teacher but the students. And I feel like because it's a business school, it's slightly separate from the main campus. It allows you to get easy into certain rooms rather than not knowing where to go. I wanted to do accounting and finance since I was basically 8 years old. I was watching a film from the 80s and it was about accounting and trademark and all of that, and it really interested me and I just wanted to know more what it is. And when I found out what it was, since then I was just waiting till I start university to actually do the course. And when I came to the university, when I was about to start, I instantly knew which course I'm going to choose. One thing about what interests me about the course is just the math itself, because I've always loved math, but I didn't want to study math itself. I wanted to do something including with like the money and banks, but also like helping clients and working with the math as well, like I'm doing now.
I really felt that doing accounting and finance can lead to lots of different kind of avenues and things like that. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do at the end, but having done the degree, I've realised that the number of things you can do with an accounting and finance degree is just, you know, it can take so many different routes in terms of a career. Not only like the different types of accounting or going into finance, but also business related. It's a really valuable degree to have, and I'm really glad that I chose this degree at Chester. So I was very fortunate that through my degree I was able to do a placement year, and I did a year working in financial controlling at Airbus in Broughton, which is just outside Chester. It really opened my eyes to kind of finance within industry and kind of what I want to do, the type of role I want to do in the future really. So I really enjoyed meeting students who were also doing internships from different academic backgrounds, as well as being part of a real finance team and seeing how what I'd learned in uni could be applied in real life, and also seeing the differences of things I didn't know about finance and how sort of the organisation sort of its structure and how teams work together and all those kind of interlinking sort of functions was really insightful.
Placement opportunities available for me as a student of University of Chester is a 5-week work-based experience in year 2 and a whole year in year 3 of work experience, which makes my course 4 years long. Those 5 weeks of opportunities further develop your CV and your employment skills.
So through having done a placement at Airbus, I've managed to secure a graduate position doing business management and plant industrialisation, which I'm really excited for. It's not directly finance related, but my experience having worked within the finance department and having done my degree will be really useful in my graduate scheme.
One advice I could give is choose the things you actually love and are passionate about, sort them things and decide which one can build your career, not only through giving you good salary, but also the the happiness of doing it. And when you imagine yourself working in that job in, let's say, 3 or 4 or 5 years, and just imagine, will you be happy doing it? Because some courses might not offer the opportunities for success.
So if I could go back to the time when I was applying for uni and working out where I wanted to go, I'd definitely encourage just really thinking about what you want to do in the future and where you see your career path maybe going. You might not be 100% sure or even 70% sure on what you want to do, but I think if you have an idea of where you see yourself going and the type of career you want to end up in, whether it's just a vague idea, try and lead your path that way, and that way hopefully you'll end up doing something you really enjoy.